the mouth of the subway system, apparently. I just felt my ears pop. We're right here, and we're gonna go up to the Jefferson Building, not the Madison Building. Terry and I tried to tour the Madison Building. That is not the Library of Congress we know and love. So we're gonna go up here to the Jefferson Building, and then we're gonna see Supreme Court. We're hoping to make more time to go. This is the Cannon House Office Building. So this is where your representative's office is. It's right here. My representative in my district is, one of them is Rick Larson, and this is the building where his office is. I got off the subway and headed into the Madison Building one time with my sister. Yeah, it's people's offices. It's where they're figuring out how to save things, like what do you call that? Archive them. I tried to tour that building. It was pretty funny. Terry has pictures. This is us in front of the wrong building. Look how icy the street is. It's in the shade all the time, I guess. And there aren't cars going up and down it because it's secured. Library of Congress gift shop, and I saw this mug. The first time I ever saw a Vlogbrothers video, it was John Green doing Shakespearean insults, and there's a mug of Shakespearean insults. Mountain of mad flesh, thou art a boil, a plague, a sore, beetle-headed flap-eared knave. How about this book title? So this was just like in a window, and it triggered a memory. This is for Marvin Hamlish. And there's Marvin Hamlish's Academy Award. Of course, he's passed away now. So there's a Tony. Yeah, this is about Marvin Hamlish. My mom and I were at the Kennedy Center, which we're going to see it tomorrow. Anyway, we were at the Kennedy Center, and a man came up and handed us tickets to see Marvin Hamlish directing the National Symphony with Winona Judd performing, which was wonderful, and it was awesome.
Postal Oliver getting an Oscar award.
Yes, me too. He's directing. He was the Pops conductor of the National Symphony. That's what I saw. So that show was Laugh-In, and it was the first show to use like fast bits and clips, and so it actually is what Sesame Street was based on, and from Sesame Street came music videos, so it all goes back to Laugh-In. I love those guys. They're so fun. This is the Thomas Jefferson Library. So on a trip here that had to now be close to 10 years ago, I was here with Caleb, and we were standing where I'm standing today, and we looked down, and they had switched their jackets. They both had navy blue jackets, and they flip-flopped them going through security, and they were straightening it out and coming this way, and it was Matt Lauer and the author Dan Brown. And so they came in this way, and we're looking around, and they're shooting a piece down here. They actually got to go on the floor of the Library of Congress, and so they were shooting over there, and we could look through the little window and see them down there. And then on the way out, we saw Matt Lauer getting into his car, well, car that was picking him up, and we would say, "Hey, Matt," and we waved at him, and he said hi. And then Dan Brown came out, and Caleb had a book with him, so he took it over to Dan Brown and asked him to sign it. And Dan Brown's like, "Well, I hope this is a good book." Now that I'm signing it. And he was just very nice, and we were treated very well. Dan Brown was promoting probably the Angels and Demons, was that? I think probably that book that long ago, I'm not sure. I just know that once we got back to the airport, like every bookshelf was full of them. Like we could have had the book that was coming out, but they were filming the piece and it aired like a couple days later. We're at the Capitol building in Washington D.C. This is where our two legislative bodies make decisions that affect the world, actually. The House of Representatives are there, so there's representatives from each state by population, and then the Senate is here, which are representatives of each state, 2 per state, not dependent on the population of each state. They meet on each side to make decisions and vote on things that are going to affect the United States. Now, we're kind of used to seeing something like this in Washington State because our Capitol building is modeled after the Capitol building in D.C.
Campbell, let's go.
Thinking that a lot of people would never travel to Washington, D.C. and could see it in Olympia, Washington. However, ours is like concrete and gray and ugly, and this is magnificent. And here you will see a group of 8th graders. 8th graders are in middle school in the United States, and they often take trips to Washington, D.C. Vicki was commenting how they let us get pretty close. I mean, we didn't even go through security or anything. And you know, it's that whole principle of a government that's by the people, for the people. So since our taxes pay for this, this is like our property.
Well, like they kept saying at the Library of Congress, this is your library. This is your library. You have to go fill out a card, but you can be in and get a book.
And read it and leave it in the library. Don't get your own.
You don't get to check it out, but I mean, it's not, it'll take about half hour of administrative stuff to go across the street, fill out the card, and then you can come back.
Interesting cross of America here, watching. There's ambulances and police cars because you've got a lot of people, and there's ambulance police cars, maybe you have a lot of people, and then you've got people with selfie sticks, and we have a lady I assume is Muslim over here, and you know, people of all different ethnicities, and it's kind of
and tourists from all over the world.
And tourists from all over the world. So Vicki likes to take pictures. I like to video. It's just easier that way because we each have our own devices out. But Vicki likes to have pictures taken by other people. Like, here, take my camera, take a picture. And so there was a lady that was trying to take her own picture by herself, and she was really struggling. And she's in the video a little bit earlier because she's wearing a headscarf, and you can see who she is. Well, I said, we owe her, we got to go take a picture. And we went over and took her picture, and she said she was on a trip from Libya to New York to here for business. And then she took a picture with us because she wanted to show that we were the people who walked up and took a picture, I think. But she was very, very kind. This is another branch of the U.S. government, is the judicial branch with all of the judges. And this is the Supreme Court, where the highest judges meet to decide things that affect the entire country. When a case is tried and it goes all the way through the court process and through appeals, then it is decided by the Supreme Court. And this is the judicial branch of the United States government. The highest court in the judicial branch of the United States government. Realizing we are literally in the halls of justice. Go inside. Here's a replica of what we were seeing. There's where you were seeing the clock. The man talking there. And we're at Union Station. It's a station for the subway called the Metro here for the train. And it's got food and shops and all that. The Postal Museum. Woohoo!
I think it's going to be interesting. But it was her pick.
It's
so
my pick
it is
because
her pick.
I have not done this before in DC. I've
She's done
probably made
everything.
18, 20 trips here, but I have never been in the Postal Museum. Check. I don't know if this is true, but like 30 years ago, I had friends who were missionaries to United Arab Emirates. And during Ramadan, they do not deliver the mail because everyone sleeps during the day and is awake at night. And they don't eat during the day too, so they're really, really tired. So the postal workers sleep at the post office during the day. And so at the end of Ramadan, they have a huge pile of mail. And so they put it all out onto a big barge and they dump it into the ocean. And then they're good to go when Ramadan's over. I don't know if that's true, but that's the story I heard. These are people's secret from Post Secret, just like the music video. I'll keep you my dirty little secret. For dinner at the Daily Grill, and this is what it looks like in front of the Hyatt. Look at this. So much snow. Hi. We are waiting for our shuttle.
Researching options for tomorrow.
And figure out what to do with tomorrow. We have theater tickets at the Kennedy Center tomorrow night.